Hello and welcome to episode 31 of my Salem tutorial series. This episode is going to be on a few things that I have considered and a few things that some of you have mentioned in your comments. First off, a massive thank you to Sergei. I hope I pronounced that correctly. You gave me a quantum leap in digging just by telling me what the control key actually does. And thank you very much, Joseph, for elaborating and fully explaining the control key function. You are both fantastic for sharing them nuggets of information, because now I can share them with everyone else that wishes to watch this series. Okay, let's show you what they explained to me in their comments. First up though, notice that I have again increased the claim size. Oh yeah, it's getting big, but this isn't nothing yet. You wait and see. Anyway, you can see I've done a few fields, and yes, they're all on 50% upkeep. Of course, this cotton is nearly ready, and I haven't done the cotton cleaner or loom yet, have I? Well, there's a good reason for that. Let me get to that. I don't want to jump ahead of myself. I'll get to that in possibly the next episode. Why? Okay, but to show what Sergei and Joseph explained to me. Oh, and look at this over here. Do you remember how it was all hilly and lumpy and holes and everything? Now look at it, how flat it is. Right, okay, let's find a patch of dirt to demonstrate. Oh, this will do nicely over here. Okay, what the guys explained to me in their comment was about the control key. So let's use the landscape tool first of all. Let's cover all this area and release. Right, okay, so what they were saying was, when I said to you about control clicking, I didn't realise what the control function actually did. Now, for example, Joseph said that if you press the control key and keep it pressed and then dig on the tile, what it will do is lower the tile to the lowest corner. So because these three corners are all the same height, it's going to lower this corner down to theirs. But if only one corner was this low, it will lower the other three corners down to the lowest corner. So let's show you. So I click on that tile. Notice that this is now going to drop down to match these corners. It will go to match the lowest corner. And notice that you don't have to worry about stopping digging because it will do it automatically. There you go. Now that is just so cool because I kept clicking away, as you know. So you can just leave it and it will dig it down. Okay, now what Sergei said and what Joseph elaborated on was the next function. So we have dirt, okay, and we have, let's find a hole somewhere. We need a hole so I can demonstrate this. There must be a hole around. I think I flattened it out all too much. Oh wait, no, there's a hole over there. Cool, thank goodness for that. I'm slowly turning this whole terrain into flat dirt. And I'm not even going to stay here. This is only a temporary place. But anyway, I enjoy digging. You know that. I'm crazy. Right, okay, so what the guys explained was also, let's show the landscape tool. You won't see it very clearly, unfortunately, because the hole is too deep. But if it was just one tile, it would have been better to demonstrate it. But basically, by control right-clicking on a tile, it will raise the dirt to the highest corner. So if it was just one tile that was a hole, by dropping the dirt in that hole, it's going to raise it to the highest corner, whatever corner that would be. So if it was flat all around and just one tile hole, it will basically fill the hole for you. And of course, by dropping it down here, it's just going to fill this all up. So what I can do, this tile here, you see how it slants down? So by control right clicking, it will raise this to match these corners. So you watching? I'm going to right click on this tile. Oops, I need to first, of course, grab and release. Right, so I'm going to control right click this tile. Oh, typical. It's too steep to let me show you that. No, that's too big. What about there? Yeah, there. I should be able to do there. So let's grab and release and go over here and show you. So you remember what I said about the colours? You know, they start off red at the top and slowly blend down to lighter colours. So you can see that this is getting lower than here. Okay, so if we wanted to raise this slope to match this corner, we would just right click this corner. There you go. And what it's done, you can see it raised these corners to match these corners. So that's how you can fill holes, and that's how you can level ground, which was absolutely fantastic, them telling me that. And one last thing that Joseph mentioned was if you shift right click, it will only drop one dirt at a time. So there we are, you now have all the knowledge I do regarding terraforming. So basically you will be able to flatten like that. It is so simple to terraform, and it is so much fun. Now, I finished off the last episode, didn't I, with this cliff. Remember, it was a cliff face like this on this side, and this side. I'm not worried about that side because we just needed a slope, which we've got now. So if I use the landscape tool to grab this, just to show you, and release, you see now it's just a case of lowering the slopes. So, and eventually this is going to become like this. But I'm not going to dig this now because I'm going to use all this dirt for making clay. Okay, so that now leads me to my next subject that I gave some thought to, which was regarding saving you wasting your limestone, because limestone can be quite rare, and so you don't want to waste it. So what I want to do is show you a little tip on when you get to making your clay. Oh look, there's a bit of salt. We definitely always want to grab that because you'll need it for your fields. Okay, so what we're going to do then is we are going to make a barrel, so I can show you and demonstrate what it is that I wish to show you. Okay, but first of all I have to remember where I put my nails. Oh no, this is not good. I forgot to put them in my pocket. Oh, there we go. Right, now to make a barrel you will need 6 fresh boards and 4 nails. So that's another trip to the town for you, because you seriously are going to want to make one barrel. There is a way to get barrels for free, and I will show you that in another episode, and it will be a good one because it will save you having to keep buying nails to make barrels. Okay, so let's get 6 fresh boards quickly. Oh, let's put my saw. I'm so got to make a tool belt. I'm just so sick of having to change the tools around. Okay, let's just quickly make these boards. Okay, right, so we got our 6 boards, we got our 4 nails, and I'm going to move this clay trough in actual fact because it's right in the middle of where I want to put a field. But it doesn't matter because with the barrel we can move them anyway. So, but anyway, for now I will make the barrel just here. Okay, so we go to build, containers and barrel. You aren't going to do a big barrel yet because they take too many resources. Okay, so let's make this barrel. Remember, shift, left click the item in, and then you can just mouse wheel all the rest of the items in. There you go. Right. Right, so this is what I wanted to show you. First of all though, we need to fill it with water. So let's take it to the water. You need to place it just near the water. Let's find my bucket. Oh no, what did I do with my bucket? Oops, right, well, we are going to need that, but let's grab the bucket. Trouble is, I can't remember where I put my bucket. Now I'm in trouble. Oh, notice the second compost bin, by the way. I will keep building compost bins until I've got 20. 20 compost bins seems to do the trick. For now, anyway. Oh, what did I do with my bucket? Surely I wasn't that silly and put it somewhere really obscure. Well, at least it's showing you all the contents of what I've got so far. You see, when you make such a mess as I do, you lose items. And what on earth did I do with my bucket? There's another word I'd like to say with regards to that, but I want to keep this channel clean. Well, I'm running out of containers to check. Ah, there we are, my bucket. See, patience and perseverance will always pay off in the end after checking through nearly 30 large urns. Right, okay, so what we want to do is basically fill this barrel with water. We do it besides the water because it saves then carrying. So remember, right click the bucket, then right click the barrel, and it will start filling it up. The barrel will fit 100 litres of water, so that's what we want to do. So we will just keep filling it and then fill the bucket and take that back with us. Right, okay, the barrel's full, so we'll put the full bucket in our pocket. We will pick the barrel up. We will take it to our clay trough and drop it just in front of it. Okay, now what we will do, to save you a huge amount of lime, what you simply do is right click to lime on the barrel. You then have 100 litres of milk of lime, which is enough to fill up the clay trough, and it only cost us 2 lime. How about that? How cool is that? So there we are, that's what I wanted to show you. I thought about it and I thought, well, this series has got to be surely about showing you how to save your resources and progress at a nice decent rate. That's what I want to do, and so I shall make every effort to achieve that. Okay, so there we go, that's how we do all of that. Next, okay, I now want to mention to you, okay, next I'm going to address the comments regarding the timber piles, so let's walk up here and take a look. Okay, so notice I've made 2 timber piles correctly. You see, they are 5 tiles away from all the obstacles I mentioned to you in the other episode. You see, if we look at that, you can see that between them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiles between them. 5 tiles away from everything else. Now, there were some comments asking Well, what about timber piles themselves? Do they have to be 5 tiles apart? So what I have done is I've made 2 timber piles side by side. Let's show you the distance. So you can see they're not even they're 1 tile apart. And what we will do, when these dry out after 5 days, I will show you exactly what happens. When these dry out, by the way, you simply right click on them and it will say collect dry boards. Okay, so that's when they dry out. So in another episode though, we will take a look at that. Just to mention about the timber piles though, don't worry about if you don't build them on your claim. If someone steals some, good luck to them, let them. The mentality you have to enjoy playing Salem, okay, because you're playing online with other people, you have to have this mentality. The only way to defeat people or letting it bother you about thieves is just make loads. Make a ridiculous amount. At the end of the day, does your goods own you or do you own your goods? And the same goes for your money. Does your money own you or do you own your money? If you own them, then don't care about if someone takes 5 or 10 of your dry boards. Just make another pile, another 10 piles. Boards are so heavy to carry that, trust me, no one's going to want to walk out all this way just to steal some dry boards. It's not worth it for them. And sure, if they build themselves a lean-to nearby, then I can see that they're using an alt to maybe come and steal them, in which case I'll expand the whole area as a claim. I'll make this whole map a massive claim. No, I mean, I'm exaggerating there, but you know, at the end of the day, don't worry if people take your stuff. It's really not worth it. It's so easy to make so many more things. At the end of the day though, you can see here I've put these 2 within my claim because I'm going to need dry boards for these series. I thought I will always have only 2 in my claim. The rest I will build around my claim. So if people can help themselves to dry boards if they wish. Anyway, on that subject, wherever you are in the world, God bless you and keep every last one of you safe. Thank you for watching and have a fantastic day. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Sorry about all the waffle. Goodbye.